Good day everyone. Before we proceed to our topic, I would like to introduce all the members of the Group 3. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Miss January A. Lucila, and these are the other members of the Group 3. Starting with Mr. Emmanuel B. Maghirang, Miss Bernadette A. Lara, Mr. Miko Adrian C. Lungino, Miss Aliana Churis L. Magyaya, and last, Mr. Adrian Nino M. Malikad.
Good day everyone. In this video, we will discuss the importance of food safety and proper food sanitation. Food safety refers to the condition and practices that preserve the quality of food to prevent contamination and foodborne illnesses.
The foodborne illness. And when it comes to foodborne illness, a disease that is carried by food contaminated by bacteria and other foodborne germs. The toxins they produce can make people sick and are sometimes deadly. And this is the three classifications of foodborne illness. The first one is the foodborne infections, and the second one is foodborne intoxications, and the third one is the foodborne intoxications. And that's all about for the foodborne illnesses.
The personal hygiene. Do not work with food if you have any communicable disease or infection. Bath or shower daily. Wear clean uniforms or aprons. Keep hair neat and clean. Always wear hat or hairnet. Keep mustaches and beard trimmed and clean. Better yet, be clean shaven. Wash hands and exposed parts of arms before work and as often as necessary during work, including after eating, drinking, and smoking, after using the toilet, after touching and handling anything that may be contaminated by bacteria. Cover mouth when coughing, cover nose when sneezing, and then wash hands. Keep your hands away from your face, eyes, hair, and arms. Do not smoke or chew gums while on duty. Cover cut or sores with clean bandage. And lastly, do not sit on work tables. So why personal hygiene is important? Because good personal hygiene can prevent food poisoning. Bacteria that cause food poisoning can be on everyone, even healthy people. You can spread bacteria from yourself to the food if you touch your nose, mouth, hair, or your clothes, and then food. Good personal hygiene also makes good business sense. As a food handler, one must ensure that the food provided to the customer is free of all contaminants. Food handlers should remember that customers place great trust in them, and that carelessness on their part could make customers ill, or at times even lead to death. And in addition, I will give you personal hygiene tips. Dry your hands with a clean towel, disposable paper towel, or under an air dryer. Never smoke, chew gum, spit, change a baby's nappy, or eat in a food handling or food storage area. Never cough or sneeze over food or where food is being prepared or stored.
And now, let's talk about the proper sanitation practices. It is necessary to handle our food with the right equipment to prevent us from being harmed in the kitchen. To prevent contamination, we must always use a separate tasting spoon while we are cooking. In order to stop bacteria from growing, we must always wash the equipment we need to use before using it. Implementing and keeping to a daily cleaning plan for facilities and equipment will help to guarantee that all surfaces are cleaned often and will reduce the risk of bacteria or other pathogens spreading from filthy surfaces to clean equipment. It is advisable to use rags instead of tissue paper since they can be washed correctly and reused several times as compared to tissue paper, which can only be used once. Avoid touching the surface where the meal will be placed with your hands, especially if you haven't washed them in a while. Handle trash properly and truly wash your hands after touching it to prevent spreading contamination from the garbage, whether you are preparing food or doing anything else in the kitchen. Additionally, elevate and cover perishables and garbage. Animals can be physical and microbiological polluting agent through viruses and bacteria. They can contaminate the areas where we typically put food via their hair and even their saliva. That's why pets should not be allowed in the kitchen. In food processing environments, quality pest control is a must. A pest infestation can put your product and your business reputation at risk because nobody wants to find something in the product that's not on the label. That's why pest and vermin control programs should be implemented and observed. That's why check all new items per pest and also prevent access of vermin and pests. To prevent bacteria from getting into the food to be served, we should always clean and dry all surfaces. Additionally, we need to keep food covered and chilled.
Proper food storage. It helps to preserve the quality and nutritional value of the food that we purchase. It also helps to prevent foodborne illness caused by harmful bacteria. There are so many ways on how we can store our foods properly. Like for example, fruits and vegetables. First, we must wash it thoroughly before putting it in the container and at the fridge so that it can be clean and stay fresh. While in meat, we are not allowed to wash it because it can cause cross-contaminations, but it requires enough temperature for it to stay fresh. Same goes in milk, which needs a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit.